It's just been a minute because it's just been a minute. I hope everybody's doing well. But I do think this is my first time since I've been back, because when you lose your phone number, you lose a lot of your shit. Okay? We're going to talk about this another time because I have a message for platforms when it comes to people not having any control over the fact that they have to get a new number, and now what? So they lose their following, the things they've gained. Some people have some self worth, like content and their business and stuff. People, make sure from now on, if you didn't know this, from now on, check into that when you sign into stuff with your phone number. Like, make sure there's another way. Or don't put all your, just make sure there's another way. Make people accountable. It's their platform. They should have every strategy in the world for you to be able to get to your stuff. There shouldn't be like, well, you need that number. Nope. I don't care what they washed you with. And you was like, what you need? No, you need more than that because shit happens. Shit happens. You get charged $300 to keep your number. When there's a whole stalker. I'm not saying that was my case, but there's been situations. Mine wasn't a stalker. Mine was just the fact that my phone didn't work and I was trying to transfer it. When the fuck did you start charging $300 to do that shit? Yeah. Let me just plug this phone in. That's the one in question. Guys, what are we having for lunch? Are we having lunch? Let's have some lunch. We're going to. What are we thinking out here? I know everybody has a preference. Some people are vegetarians, some people are not. Some people eat any damn thing they see. Some people think that anything that's had a heartbeat, let's just chop it up. Sick individuals. But anyhow, either way it goes, what y'all eating? Well, what I'm gonna eat, nah, probably none of your business. But if you'd like to know, we can do this together. But I did come on for like a minute because I haven't been on. I was going to play some music, have some food, just chill for a minute. I've been doing a lot of recording today, because I'm relevant. I'm playing, but I am. No, I'm relevant. Been doing a lot of speaking on humanity. For you guys that's a little lost when it comes to that, it's basically respecting human life and in all aspects, like perspective, their breath they take from who they are, their being, life, thoughts. Like, for goodness sakes, we know what humanity is. So if you don't, then you're not. And I heard these days, y'all been roaming for a while. Ooh, that's gonna end soon. Um, Not my words. Yeah. But yeah, so some good music and some food because I want some food. You guys want some food? Food sounds good, doesn't it? It always has sounded good, right? And then so you realize that you're eating garbage, that everything's been crapped up, stacked up, tainted. I mean, we didn't catch on every time they were called baby food. If they would take baby food, they were like, it was an accident. I slap. People that think like that want. They end up with Nikes on and doing some stupid shit. You remember that? Am I lying? That's what they did. They didn't believe in the creator. They believed what some man on the ground said. It's crazy how we just get things all messed up and then we just tear people down that even say anything close to common sense. That's so morbid. That's morbid to me. When insanity becomes the norm, why don't you believe it? They're giving you no fucking reason to, you nit. And then the ones that don't, it's like, what's wrong with you? You don't believe in anything that they just came out the blue sky with and said that this is true and we should do it and we should not do it and we're going to do it and that's why we're going to do it. You don't believe that? What's wrong with you? I don't get it. All I know is common sense is not free anymore. I don't think it ever was. Ever. Should it have been? You guys tell me. But I still hope you guys are having a good day. Now, what are we going to eat? So, anybody got any vegetarian recommendations out there? I want to feel so fulfilled that I didn't know it was vegetarian. I could know it's vegetarian. Vegetarian doesn't always mean a good thing either. Unless you guys want a little secret. I don't think I should tell you. It looks like you guys are going to share this shit and tell everybody. That was a joke because I'm on live. But, okay, so this is what I was thinking, right? Now, let's say, for instance, there's this person, right, that trusts nothing. They're like, I don't eat that shit. I don't eat vegetarian. I know what's in that shit. We don't eat meat because it's just wrong. We don't eat it, blah, blah, blah. Vegetarian, vegan, vegan, right? What if, whatever you were eating vegan, they lied to you about that shit too. They lied about slavery. They lied about a lot of shit. I'm being honest here. What else wouldn't somebody... Who's they? I don't fucking know. I don't know. You tell me. You go find out who they is. Don't ask me anything. I think we all know, but when people start asking, it's like, you've been living here too. Depending on how old you are. It might be an excuse for it. A very big excuse, which leads into a whole other topic that is so much serious, just like this one is. But it's about our youth. It's about our future. It's about the ones that are going to be taking care of you. You know, because, you know, we don't do that ourselves, right? You know, the next generation. I think people will be more invested in the next generation if you hit them where the sun don't shine. Give them reality checks. You don't think it. Because you should know this. You should just be like a decent person that knows this and that understands this. But instead, when there's lessons that need to be taught, as you sit down here and put down, the next generation say, you aren't smart, you aren't this, you aren't that, because your generation couldn't cut it. You know what I mean? They at least have the decency to see how this one's picking it up. They've been doing just fine and dandy to me. You're not always going to find the best. But, very snazzy, if you know what I mean, on it. And not taking no shit, really. Let others say, they're like, yeah, no. I say, yeah, I've seen it. I was a teacher. I've seen it. The thing is, it's not them. It's the teachers. That includes parents. So if you're one of them, you might want to take a look at your damn self. It's you, not them. Don't blame the babies that you popped out for not having it together. You. And your sorry ass didn't have it together when you popped out a child that had so much potential. You're welcome. Don't get tired of people blaming it on the generation or the kids that are born. It's such a cop-out. It sounds like some American shit. But, that's not the case. It's what you allowed, what you didn't allow, what you consumed, what you let your family pass down to you. You know, don't teach your child hate. That's not love. That's completely putting them at a risk of everything but love. They can get killed in the midst of hatred. Yeah. Those are like facts. Well, you see what happens to people that just weren't minding their business and were hated by people. They got killed, so I don't see why. Confrontation, you understand what I'm saying? You can't call those type of things, but when you love your child, you don't set them up for failure. See where I'm going with this? All right, so let's move right along. So now, in this generation, this population we have going on here, we have all these type of things. And I had to sit back and think for a minute, right? Being an ex-teacher, I say ex because I'm not physically in the classroom anymore, but still, I feel like I'm still spitting that teacher stuff because I think I learn. I don't talk about anything I haven't thought about or saw into. I don't pull it on my ass or my opinion or what my family taught me. If you hadn't done extensive research or even put energy into it and you have children and you're speaking on it, you might just want to sit down and listen to people that probably have and then try again, because especially if it has to do with the current world today. Some things you can't even wish away, run away, or go hide behind a tree in. That's common sense. It's called a coward. Fucking coward. Sometimes We've all been in a cowardice state. When do you come out of it? It's when you come out of freaking denial and realize you got to do something. And you know it's cowardice because did you vote? Did you do this? Are you paying taxes? Well, your silly ass need to do something else. If you're doing those things, you're punking yourself. Real shit. It takes a to still as an adult teach yourself. Don't listen to social media. Actually, feasibly do your research. Learn about who you are. Don't blame it because they didn't teach you that shit. That's the dumbest shit I've ever heard in my fucking life. I mean, I haven't really heard it, to be honest with you. Like, never heard it. So that's why I'm just like, that shit don't even sound right. All the great ones that anybody gives anybody, they've always done their homework. Anyone we know of any highly intelligent has done their homework. No one just sits around and just lives and is like, I'm just so smart. But you have nothing going, like, and you're still broke, but okay. Thanks. You're really, So, the fact that they just damn near threw education out the window, one that's working in the educational field, and no one blinks an eye when you bring it up, tells me that you are just as fucked as they are, the ones that they're trying to indoctrinate. Yes, you are. If you don't blink an eye when someone presents these things to you, don't look at them like they're stupid. Look at yourself. Especially if you're sending your kid to school still. I'm just like, what the fuck, yo? You're in, their jeopardy. They don't care about money. They'll do whatever needs to be done, whoever they is, right? The thing is, there's a they. If you have fucking eyes and you can see and hear, because I don't even watch the news is despicable and it lies. And if you still watch it, then you're really far from propaganda or anything that is taught or needed to be learned. No wonder why you ain't doing shit. You're not even thinking of doing shit because you're lost. It's understandable. We were meant to be lost. We were taught to be lost. But there's some things that are questionable that you know about that aren't worth shit, and yet you don't know about this shit. But we'll talk about that later. But when you can clearly see that they had these things set forth in school and education now, right? Look, if you don't give a shit, you shouldn't be talking, because I'll come for you very kindly. And the sad part is, I don't gotta come for you. I just come for you with education and facts, and just be like, here you go. I'll see you later. Talk. Yeah, sure. How many people? I gotta say much to you, but you sound like a fucking fool. What are you gonna do? Nothing? Then don't say that. Because they are lurking in everybody's backyard and nobody's looked on their shit, their states, the bills that they're passing, then you're a fucking fool. Do you think they're gonna tell you? We passed some laws. And they passed them motherfuckers when you was looking at Bill and Will and whatever fuck, Jada and Swada, whatever. They still living their best lives, even with some downfalls. But when you don't know them and you co-signing it, you look silly. Because they ain't said nothing about you in your life. Even Cube didn't even pull that one out. He came back. He's like, well, see what happened was, we strong people. I want to slap shit out of him. That was before Will Smith that we knew about the hand. And I'm being honest because I wanted to say that because everybody correlates strong with black. We are strong. Shut the fuck up. Do you know what they used to do to you, to us, and still do? Experiment like a mother freaker. These are facts. And for any other colored person that doesn't know that and doesn't embrace it and doesn't care, I'm too to give you a lot of these, because at least you can do is learn. Because a lot of people sit out here and condemn people and they don't even know their own history. They don't get more concerned about feeding, sticking. Who knows what Stockholm Syndrome is? It's a thing. It's an American thing too. A lot of people have it. They want to stay. You find that shit back in slavery too. Some people didn't want to leave. These are facts, but people don't want to hear that shit because they want to be so like, I know nobody wants to be vulnerable to the point where they just look a hot fucking mess when the truth is the truth. You won't be able to prove it any wrong. You just sit here and keep talking and talking and sound like a fucking idiot every time somebody throws some more at you and wonder why nobody's listening. Numbers ain't changed because nobody wants to hear bullshit. People want to hear real shit. Be honest. Or get off. And if not, then don't be a little upset when people are not riding with your shit. Because people don't really want to be lied to. A lot of people do. But you gotta like have us come with something. You know what I mean? Something like, don't shoot shit out of your ass. Especially when it comes to your own culture, your own race. Because you look stupid and silly. Because that's how it is now and it was. Because a motherfucker that truly loves themselves, you can still love others and still have concern and dignity for where you came from and what people like you look like. That's just hands down. In this world, you're told right, left, right, right. Hate yourself, not hate yourself. And it's some punk shit. It's a punk shit. Like, we're at this time now where ain't nobody riding with you anymore. Like, oh, they are manipulating you. No, we're in 2022. You done seen the movies. You talk about them. You say shit like they put it in the movies, but yet you're still doing the same fucking shit. Please sit down and shut the hell up. And please stop regurgitating this garbage and spitting it out unless you understand the true definition. Because that, my friend, will show in the life shift and the change in your mindset and your actions. And at this end of the day, it's going to only affect you. It's not affecting me because I know my calling. I know my creator. And it's not whoever you say or you say. I know what can happen and what cannot happen. It's not because the sorry ass next person sat next to me and told me that shit. You got to be a fool. People believe what other people believe because they don't trust in themselves or anything else. So people will try you all day long. You know, common sense. You know when you're being spoken to, not by these average motherfuckers that don't even have the spirit of anything. They really think they were planted here by their own fucking selves. It's like weird. It's like, it's weirder than a lot of shit that we say is weird. It's baffling, actually. I don't think there's even a conclusion. I think insanity doesn't cover it. Maybe some words we probably don't want to use. It might be insulting because then it makes it seem like just unless you're like a newborn baby is smarter than you. I don't know. These days, well, what I'm going to do is take a afternoon break. I know I said there was music and all. There is. When lunch gets here, and lunch will be here. So I just wanted to stop by and say, hey, what's up, Haps? And it's a little different around these parts these days. It's cool. It's cool. Everybody's doing their thing. I'm not going to say anything. A lot of people do their thing, but yikes. Do miss that old platform, though. It was really creative. Hey, Tony D, Tony Smith, everybody, anybody that thought I was, sorry, it wasn't my fault. And to all the rest of my friends and to the Hops family, guys, stay prayed up, love one another, give respect, especially if you expect it and you don't give it, then we laughing all the way to the bank, laughing. Give people the same energy you want. Because if I see you not taking that same energy and somebody holler at you the same way you holler at them, I'm about to let you know. I'm sorry. It's just too funny. Why not? Why not? Or how about you just be humble and hold yourself accountable for the shit you tell everybody else.